There was a lot of hullabaloo there a few weeks ago about Australia banning social media for under 16-year-olds. And a lot of countries here jumping on the bandwagon. And the reason they gave is mental health considerations and just bad for your general well-being overall. Ultimately, I think the goal is to ban social media outright. They can't come out right now and just ban it because it would just look too obvious to be ridiculous. But drip, 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 bit by bit. Minnesota's in the news a lot at the moment. You're one who was shot by the ICE agent in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But the reason all that started in the first place is because of some podcaster guy, Nick Shirley, revealed massive corruption going on amongst the Somalian community. I know I made a couple of videos about Somalia there a while ago. It's not singling them out, but there just happened to be Somalians who were involved in a massive billions of dollars fraud scam for setting up learning centres, but there are no children attending them. So this guy did that, this podcaster. In the mainstream news, like things like the New York Times, like you could tell they would much rather not have to address it, but the news is out there, so they had to. And of course, as usual, you're not going to get anything about it in the Irish Times. No search results. A lot about the Minnesota shooting there, but nothing about the corruption. But at the end of the day, that's not surprising because I suppose the Irish Times, they're just the New York Times' little brother, or wannabe little brother. And you'll never see, I think, a view in the Irish Times deviating from anything that the New York Times is saying. More close to home, let's start with the bike shed. Remember, there's a bike shed there, cost like millions to make. Well, not millions, but like I think it was 380,000. And that too was in the mainstream newspapers, but apparently the story broke originally by some independent, the story.ie, not part of any news organisations. Of course, again, establishment news, Irish Times, RTE jumping in and playing catch up, but these organisations are so funded now and so in bed with governments that they would be happy to not have these people pointing out these things in the first place. It's just an inconvenience.